Christ is risen. Indeed, he is risen. The glory of the Incarnation, why Mary is truly the Mother of God. To my Protestant brothers and sisters, this is the truth you need to hear. Mary is the Mother of God. For too long, many have hesitated, rejected, or outright denied this reality. But here's the bottom line. The title Mother of God is not just a Catholic invention. It is the heart of the gospel and the reality of who Jesus Christ is. This is a teaching grounded in Scripture and affirmed by the early church. If you call Jesus Christ Lord, then you must accept that Mary is the Theotokos, the God-bearer, the Mother of God. Anything less is a distortion of who Christ truly is. Theotokos, God-bearer, not just a title. Let's break it down. Theotokos. It's a simple Greek word that means God-bearer. That's not a title for Mary because she's some kind of special saint, even though she is. No, it's because she bore God himself. Jesus Christ, the second person of the Trinity, was born from Mary's womb. This truth was settled in the early church at the Council of Ephesus in 431 AD to protect the integrity of Christ's nature. Jesus is fully God and fully man. Mary is the mother of the person of Jesus, not just the mother of a human Jesus. So Mary is the Mother of God. It's that simple. The Protestant rejection, fear of idolatry, and misunderstanding. But why the rejection? Why do so many Protestants resist calling Mary the Mother of God? Let's be clear, this fear is unfounded. Many reject this truth because they think calling Mary the Mother of God somehow exalts her above Jesus or turns her into an idol. But here's the truth. Catholic devotion to Mary is not about worshiping her. Worship is for God alone. It always has been, and it always will be. This is Catholic teaching, despite what Pastor Bob told you. Honoring Mary as Theotokos is honoring the mystery of the Incarnation. It is proclaiming that God became man, and he chose her to enter the world through a woman. To deny this title is to miss the point that Jesus is both fully divine and fully human. When we honor Mary as the Mother of God, we are proclaiming the fullness of who Christ is, the God who entered into history not as a distant deity, but as a man born of a woman. Rejecting this truth is to cheapen the Incarnation itself. The heresy of Nestorianism, dividing Christ. Let's call this out. Denying that Mary is the Mother of God leads directly into Nestorianism, the heresy condemned by the Church in the 5th century. Nestorius, the Archbishop of Constantinople, said that Mary could only be the mother of Christ, but not the Mother of God, because he believed Christ was two separate persons, one divine and one human. Now, there is some controversy about whether this is actually what he said or not. There are people who say that Nestorius wasn't actually a Nestorian, but regardless, what he taught led directly into this idea. And it's heresy, plain and simple. The Church rejected Nestorius' teaching because it destroys the truth of the Incarnation. Jesus is one person, the Word made flesh. Mary didn't give birth to human Jesus. She gave birth to the eternal God made man. To deny that Mary is the Mother of God is to divide Christ into two, and that's not just a theological error, it's a dangerous distortion of the gospel, and it's a misunderstanding of the Holy Trinity. So what's at stake? The integrity of the gospel. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is about the gospel. If we don't get this right, we don't get the gospel right. The Incarnation, God becoming man, is the cornerstone of Christianity. Without the fullness of the Incarnation, without God entering the world through Mary, there is no salvation and there is no redemption. And when you deny that Mary is the Mother of God, you deny the fullness of the mystery of the Incarnation. You deny the truth that God took on human flesh for our sake. This isn't just a matter of doctrine. It's dogma. It's about the very foundation of our faith, and it's divinely revealed. The Church didn't just come up with this. The Church declared it, but it was already true. The Church just said what was already true. Mary's role, not worship, but a necessary truth. Let's be clear about something else. This isn't about exalting Mary above Christ. This is about understanding Christ fully. Mary is not the focus, but she points us directly to Christ. She bore God himself in her womb. And by proclaiming her as the Mother of God, we proclaim that God chose to become one of us, not as an idea, but as a real human person, fully God and fully man. This truth is not optional. It's dogma. It's not just something to argue about. It's a necessary truth that protects the integrity of the Incarnation. It's a truth that affirms that when we look at Jesus, we're looking at God himself in the flesh. Mary's role in salvation history is not to be minimized or misunderstood. She is the Mother of God, and that's not something the Church invented to make her more important. It's a declaration of who Jesus Christ is. Bad Mariology leads to bad Christology. When you don't fully understand Mary, you don't fully understand Jesus, and that's the danger. A call to boldly accept the truth. So let's face the truth. Theotokos is not a Catholic tradition. It's a truth of who God is. Mary is the Mother of God. The Church has always taught this because it's rooted in the real history of salvation. Jesus Christ, the eternal Word, took on flesh through Mary. For my Protestant brothers and sisters, it's time to step beyond fear, to step beyond misunderstanding,